Hey guys, so this week we are discussing thick or thin client approach to software architecture. Um, I chose thin as being the better choice, with more jobs being remote and having remote access to the work network. Um, I also actually got my new laptop this week, and so it was kind of interesting to think about what type of software it is using. Starting with the opportunities with a thin software architecture is very dependent on a continuous network connection, and then the networking can be slowed down with so many users accessing it. There can be bottlenecks on the bandwidth and performance, and then it's very important to size servers correctly. Now, with the scalability of cloud servers, I think that there's a lot of opportunity for that not to be a problem. And then when you talk about slow networking and continuous network connection, um, something that my new job does is most of our software platforms for our job are accessed through the web browser. And the benefits to this is it has a lot of cross-platform accessibility. It's highly deployable, minimal updates on the end user workstation. The updates are made to the backend server and then deployed via the web browser. So it widens access to the system. It sending the user a website to log in with only needing internet access, which is ideal for limited bandwidth. The data is more secure because it's not being moved around the systems and processes being consolidated. You completely eliminate the user needing access to the back-end data and servers, as well as these websites. In the case of where I work, you have to be logged into the VPN to even be able to pull those up on your web browser and log in. And it is through a two-factor verification as well. So you do see extra security added as well, where you might think that internet could have more liabilities. Um, and then it reduces costs through lower maintenance and simplified architecture. And then the benefits to a thin client architecture is it's less vulnerable to malware attacks. It has a longer life cycle. It uses less power. It's less expensive up front, and then it's easier to manage and more scalable. I know in my personal experience, just so far, as I learn more in the next couple weeks about it, I also like that if it's available on all my user faces, because they have just a packet that you download and that VDI. So it makes it very easily accessible. This one application adds all the applications that I need for my job into individual, and then the VPN is also on my phone as well. So now for thick, I can also see where those are useful when I worked in retail. Our POS systems, what was nice is if one, say the back office PC that connected to the network went down, we could still process transactions on the register. We couldn't take credit cards necessarily because we lost our internet connection, but and our server access, but we could still do cash transactions and still physically use those computers to run those transactions. And we technically could still run a credit card even without that. We just had to do an override and hope that it didn't get declined. But so I can see the benefits of both in both realms. And that's what I have for this week.